Good morning, everybody. Hey, so last night, Brie went live and Gypsy Rose Blanchard joined her in the box. She talked about quite a few things that there have been conspiracy theories floating around about, so we got some clarity on some things. One of the things she spoke about was how she was able to get in and out of the hospital without being seen or photographed or videotaped, that kind of thing. And she states that she went into labor about 1:30 in the morning. So it was not like somebody was staked outside her house. Everybody thought she was asleep. And so she was able to get in there and do what she needed to do before anybody knew what was happening. The baby did stay with her, didn't go in the nursery. So that wouldn't have been a thing for people to go to the nursery and look, by the way. But let's hear what she says about her labor. Good morning.
6 centimeters. So they had given me Pitocin to kind of speed things up a little bit.
Right.
And then I took like a 2-hour nap. And then I wake up from my 2-hour nap. They check my cervix. I'm 10 centimeters dilated. And they're like, okay, my doctor's like, it's time to push. And I'm like, my eyes got so big. Chris can't even tell you that my eyes got so big because I'm like, oh my God, here it comes.
Was it just Ken in there with you?
Ken was in there. Yeah, Ken was in there.
No, I'm saying, was it just Ken?
Yeah, it was just Ken. We talked about it, and I know that we had said, oh, Mia might be in there with us, Christy might be in there with us. But then when it came down to it, then Ken was like, okay, this is a moment for us, so we kind of kicked everybody out.
All right.
So something else Gypsy spoke about was the hacker situation and how she was trying to get her account back and what it took to get her account back. She also spoke a little bit about the divorce and whether she saw Ryan, and spoke a little bit about that whole scenario there, and mentions Ryan's mom, that she spoke to her. And she also, which may not be included in this tape, but spoke about after she's off parole going into cosmetology school. So hey, she is looking towards the future and getting some kind of a career, which you all have been asking, why isn't she getting a job? Well, we've spoken about this. Her job right now is lifetime, but once she gets off parole, she does intend on trying to find a career. And if she wants to be a cosmetologist, all the more power to her. Let her be a cosmetologist. We'll see how this goes. But she has a child now. She has no intentions of putting pictures out there of her baby. Ken was the one who asked about putting the pictures out originally of the baby because he was so excited and just wanted to announce the arrival. And so they together decided which photo was appropriate to put out, and that's it. She said that was it. I mean, she can't clearly stop anybody from taking photos out in the public, she says. But as far as her and Ken putting them out, she is not going to do it, and she says she is not going to sell them. So let's hear what she has to say about these couple of things.
If you're able to get through to TikTok and actually talk to someone, it's your account. So you could easily give TikTok your information to get the account back. Right. So I told the hacker, I'm like, I'm going to get my account back. Like, right. And he's like, give me $400. I'm like, no, like, I'm not going to buy my own account back from you. That's crazy.
Right. And then no. And I know some of the messages that were put out were fake. And then
the messages that I don't know what it was. It was like a separate account or whatever. But there was so many fake messages that were supposedly from me and Ryan. Like, they were crazy messages too. Like,
I know, it was so funny. The comment on Conspiracy's video. No shit, they're fake. Because that's what I was saying.
Like, I know. I was like, no shit, they're fake. Like, this is clearly.
Because they posted the real ones first, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. So the ones that you had put out were his messages to me. And then right before our divorce, I had reached out to him because I really just kind of wanted a closure conversation. He keeps saying that, like, it's really hard for him to move on whenever the last thing he had seen was me walking out the door. And so I was like, I reached out to him, and I had talked to Ken, I talked to my dad, I talked to my sister, I talked to Christy. I literally talked to everybody within my close circle and asked them, is this a good idea? How do you feel about it? I talked to Ken about it thoroughly. Ken said that if it brought me and him closure, he was completely like fine with it. Like he didn't have a problem with that. If it helped us move on and helped us grow as people, he was fine with it. So I think it's funny that people were like, ooh, I wonder what juicy messages are in there. And I'm like, okay, literally, there's nothing in there that I would be ashamed of people
I
seeing.
know. They wanted to see yours and Ryan's, yours and Ken's, and yours and mine. Okay. Everybody wanted to see. I was like, there's nothing in any of those, like videos, sharing videos. Your and Ryan was really short. And then wait, the question of the hour, because no, he didn't end up going to court though, right?
No, he waived his right to go, so it was just me that went, and he never responded to my message to him. But his mom and I are still on good terms. Joy is a really sweet woman, and so
She seems like it.
she is, and so she just kind of relayed to me that it would have been too hard for him to have a face-to-face with me on the day of the divorce, and I totally respected that. So
Okay, because he said no comment when someone asked him if y'all had seen each other.
well, we didn't.
You're like, I'll make it clear.
Well, I'll make it clear we didn't, but it's okay, you know. I hope
Maybe
that
one day y'all will, but
yeah, I'm just hoping that like
he's able to move on and heal.
he's able to heal. I know that, you know, I've had moments in the past.
Well, there you go. Some answers to some questions that we've been wondering. Now, some of you will believe it, some of you won't believe it, and I'm sure there'll be more conspiracy theories that come up from it, but that's okay. She spoke about a brief few other things like Mia's nose job and the fact that she couldn't breathe, and that's why she did it. Apparently, Gypsy did the same thing for the same reason, and they both used the same doctor. If you liked my video, please make a comment, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It's free. Have a great day.